The hands of the guy who saved the penalty for Wimbledon at Leeds. Dicky Guy is with us on the big match today. And a very warm welcome to this special cup tie edition of the big match. And our most welcome guest on the programme today is, of course, Dicky Guy of Wimbledon, who saved that penalty at Ellen Road and provided the FA Cup with one of its greatest upsets in years. See how Wimbledon held mighty Leeds to that draw on the programme later on. Now we come to that magic part on the programme where we can really pay tribute to Wimbledon and particularly to their hero, goalkeeper Dicky Guy, who saved that penalty, and our guest today. And you've really got the headlines this morning, Dick, and they're pretty obvious ones as well. Great guy after that performance. Have you seen any of that yet?
I haven't seen any of it, no. Having a quiet drink in the bar when that was on.
Right, well now stand by with all the other Wimbledon fans and everybody else as well. We're going to show you a big chunk of that game between Wimbledon and Leeds yesterday, concentrating mainly, of course, on the last nail-biting minutes. We pick up the story in the second half. The commentator is Keith Macklin. The pictures come from Yorkshire Television with Wimbledon in the all-dark strip.
The long ball for Joris. Joris had a chance! The best chance to give! And what a save by Guy! Brilliant save by Guy! The hero of the afternoon, a superb save by Guy from Joris. Remember to McQueen, to Madeley, to Giles. A quick break now as Wimbledon go flying back. The blue shirts are whizzing back into defence. Greeny. Lorimer. The cross is in. Guy's ball again. A superb save by this man. Over the top of Connell. Oh, what a mistake. Gray and Giles left it to each other. Lucas. Madeley. It's going to be picked up by a blue shirt, by Bassett. Edwards. Edwards shot and hit a photographer. Edwards hammering that against the photographer's right ear. McQueen. Lorimer. For Mackenzie. He's being watched by Donaldson and Edwards. Lorimer. Gray. Oh, foul. Wimbledon keep out everything, including a penalty. That's a corner. And he's still being scrambled. Guy again got his body in the way. This game now developing the most frantic overtone. Leeds are trying everything at Wimbledon, and Wimbledon will not give way. McQueen, Bremner, Giles, Lucas, Frank Ray, a chase for Lorimer, but Donaldson is there. Bremner, Lorimer, Mackenzie. No far behind the shot. The seconds tick away. Summers, 45 minutes gone. We're moving into added time. Dropping for Lucas. We're a minute and a half perhaps away from yet another fairy tale ending for Southern League Wimbledon, and they know it. They've got their heads up. They know they've only got to play for another minute or so. Then every one of the blue shirts will leap in the air with the manager Alan Batsford and the training staff will be onto the field to them. But it's still not over, and what a disaster it would be for Wimbledon if after this fight Leeds would get a go, but it might yet happen. Mr. Turner has time. He's looking at his watch now. He's looking at his watch. The time added on for the injury to Rice. Leeds have much time to get this goal as they go forward. This must surely be their last attack. Eddie Gray! And this time the goalkeeper couldn't do it, but a blue shirt got ahead there. We're having drama right to the last minute. Connell now for Wimbledon. Do we get a goal slashed at the other end? Summers, McQueen. Still Mr. Turner does not blow his whistle as Leeds go forward. They've time for another attack. McQueen goes forward, still going, but he must get rid of the ball. Someone who can hit it. Eddie Gray taking it in the area, and again the two-man defence beats him. He beats one, but not the second. Stockley. Bremner to Mackenzie, to Eddie Gray, up for Yorath. The first time more, Mackenzie. We're in injury time, the second minute injury time. Mackenzie trying to find room for the shot. There is, now then, Giles! Giles, he can't do it! Guy did it again! Guy at the feet of Giles. We can't stand any more excitement. The corner, the header, the save! I don't believe it! This man is not human! And there's the whistle. There's the scoreline, and there's the man who's responsible for it. Dicky Guy, the Dockland Tally Club, who must have his own private genie. What a performance! Right into the last minute, a penalty save and two sensational saves from the feet of Giles and from a last-minute corner. But Wimbledon have done it and take Leeds United to that Plough Lane ground on Tuesday.
What can you say to that?
It's quite a good game, wasn't it? Enjoyable.
Yeah, congratulations, Dick. That really was a tremendous performance. What about those last few minutes?
Well, it was all a blur now. I just couldn't remember him. It just recollects it for me now. I thought he blew up a bit soon, actually. It went so quickly the second half. I had nothing to do in the first half, you know. But, enjoyed it.
Would that have been the best game you've ever played in goal?
Well, I shouldn't think so, no. Probably, most important, probably, that and Burnley. We're getting more to do with these first division clubs than what we do in our league.
Yeah. What about the penalty?
Yeah, well, I decided on that last week way to go. I mean, if Lauren was going to take it, I decided to go to the right, because I thought he'd blast it, which he didn't do very well.
No. Well, here we are coming up now. He normally does blast it. He'd obviously changed his mind.
Yeah.
And you had planned when to dive?
I decided last week.
Last week. There we are. And then he doesn't hit it the way he normally does, so it's a quick reflex by you, really, Dicky, isn't it? You can't find words, can you?
It's very difficult now, yeah. I was choked when they got the penalty, they were defending so well during the game in the second half.
Yeah.
They got it then, I thought, Christ, not now.
Yeah, but I thought it was a legitimate penalty, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Seeing it again today.
I didn't see it yesterday, I was just watching the ball, but watching it on the box there.
Yeah.
It was a penalty, yeah.
And you could never have thought you were going to save one from Lorimer, who...
It's a dream, isn't it?
Isn't it? Absolutely.
In a cup side like this, it is, yeah.
What about you personally? You've been at Wimbledon, what, 8 seasons now, haven't you?
8 seasons, yeah.
Had you never really thought about professional football?
Yeah, I thought about it, but not many clubs have.
But is it something that would still appeal to you, maybe?
Yeah, I'd be interested, yeah. I would be, I suppose.
So if anybody's watching, not that Alan Batson was very pleased about that. Were you a bit disappointed with Leeds yesterday?
Yeah, well, I thought, well, I had more to do at Burnley, actually, than we did at Leeds. The first half, I didn't have a shot. The second half, I had a bit to do at the end, you know. We tightened up the midfield on them, Bremner and Giles, you know, that was the main object for us. And the two midfield guys done really well for us, Selwyn Rice and Harry Bassett. And Selwyn's got a bad gash in his leg now, 3-inch gash.
Yeah, that was a tackle with Billy Bremner.
Yeah.
In fact, nothing showed really on television.
No, he didn't go down. No, he didn't go down straight away.
No. Is he going to be fit for the replay?
The physio thinks he's got a chance, but it's a bad cut, you know, so we'll have to see what happens.
What about this replay on Tuesday? I think most cynics would say, well, Wimbledon have had their moment,
Yeah.
and that it could well be Leeds 1-0 or 2-0 or something down at Plough Lane.
Yeah, well, I fancy us now strongly. And Brian Clough said we've got 2 chances at Leeds. There was no chance and a dog's chance, so we've got a good chance now. Let's cut the odds down.
And what about you now? You go to work presumably tomorrow. Do you go to work on Tuesday as well?
On Tuesday, yeah.
But for how long until just before the match
Yeah,
starts?
a few hours before the game, yeah.
Gets your mind up,
If we
isn't
can
it?
get in the ground, that is, yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people want to get down there. What do you think about Wimbledon? It's a well-organised club, obviously.
It is, yeah. It's a more professional outlook this season, you know, since we've got the new manager. And things are really clicking. Got a good side, good setup now, good coach. Everything's going well.
What about Alan Batsford? What does he bring to the club?
Well, he's a nice fella. He knows the game inside out. And the coach, Brian Hall, is really good, you know. They've done it all before, giant clubs before, aren't they? Hersham.
Who are the fellas that particularly... I mean, the defence obviously played well yesterday, but who else?
Yeah, if I single anybody out now, I should get a bit of stick when I get down to Monday night. The back 4 are really good, really playable, and the midfield too, but you can't say anyone really, because the 2 front guys are coming back working for us all the time. So everybody playable.
Of all the saves you made there yesterday, I mean, obviously the penalty one was the most important, but which was the best save in your book?
Yorith, I think, when he came through. I think he should have scored there. He had so much time because he left I think he left Jeff Bryant about a yard behind him.
Been quite a weekend for you, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's not finished yet.
No, it hasn't. No, you had a dinner last night, did you, up in Leeds?
In Leeds, yeah. And bed about 3 o'clock this morning, up at 6 for this.
I know, we were very grateful for that as well.
Yeah.
And what's for the rest of the day now?
Bed, I think, this afternoon.
Bed this afternoon after you've got back from the studio. Dicky Guy, thank you very much for coming in today. It's, I think, restored a lot of people's faith in the game, and it's lovely to see a side like Wimbledon do it. You must have been a bit sick to see that Leatherhead couldn't equal it.
Yeah, I was a bit upset. I thought they'd done it in the second half. They said they're winning 2-0. I thought that was it. And still, had a good run.
Dick, thank you for that early morning rise in Leeds and coming down all the way from the motorway to join us today. Thanks a lot. Pleasure to have him on our programme. And that is it for today. Another great Cup weekend is behind us. We shall be in business again next weekend, of course, with On the Ball in World of Sport and the big match next Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Well, on the big match today, we've had a couple of the real upsets, with Wimbledon and Swindon both holding out away from home against First Division opposition. And that's where we pay our final tribute today to the men who did it, Peter Easter, whose goal brought joy to Swindon, and Dicky Guy, whose penalty save gave a new meaning in sport to the word Wimbledon. Calling Tommy Taylor into the scene, and then losing the ball out as Moss now takes it up for Swindon. He's got Anderson in the middle and Easto. And it'll come now for Peter Easto. Yes, Easto is equalised. And Dick Guy, the man who's performed heroics this afternoon, who's saved everything that's been flung at
try to save a penalty by dead shot. Peter Lorimer, the man that could kill Wimbledon after a brave fight.